The PFISTER GROWLER is this week's prize ride vehicle. Now, this vehicle came out with the Tuners update, and it wasn't necessarily the best of all the cars, but it's still somewhat important due to the visual aspects that Rockstar gave the car, such as the exterior and the interior. Very close to the real life model, so a lot of players who tend to like the real life variant of this vehicle would most likely have this car. That's the only reason why I see that people drive around this thing. If you like, and this thing is based off the Porsche Cayman, so pretty much similar. You can make it into the GTS or whatever models they have from Porsche, so with the modifications in GTA. So it's definitely a nice car, don't get me wrong, but performance-wise, it does not hold up to the real-life variant. It's not even a half of that. Both of the Comet S2, both of them, the Comet S2 and the Growler, were pretty bad from the Tuners update. It's pretty sad that Rockstar didn't give them more in that category. But looks-wise, they were very good. So we're looking at the customization. So this, you could turn this thing into almost a potential rally car. Honestly, you'd see the on hood fog lights or the huge lights on the hood. You can do a lot with this thing, race spec, so the sky's the limit on this one, but it's just the performance that I don't like. And the thing is, you'd have to do the tuner races, which is quite competitive, as you're playing against people that are also trying to win the prize ride vehicles as well, and you have to place a certain position multiple days in a row. So I would never choose a Growler if I was going to trying to win the prize ride. I would choose a Celica, a Cayman Celica, or the Jester RR, or another of the whole 10 vehicles that came out with the Tuners update. I would just choose something else. I just wouldn't choose the Growler. But however, it's still, as I said before, it is still a nice car visually. So I would never choose this for a race, no matter what race it is, no matter how well I know the course. It's just not a racer, in my opinion. I just never had that luck with it. And I've tried multiple times, and I've even put the huge wing on it, huge wing on the back of this one. And I must say, when you are going almost at the top speed and you hit a bump, it seems like the car is very disturbed. I get that it's somewhat realistic, but in GTA, some cars just go up on the bump and then act like nothing happened. This, it's almost a problem. It's very much an issue. So I just never had that luck with it to continue to use it in races. So I just kind of gave up on it, and it just sat in my garage. So definitely love the customization. As you can see, we're almost at the end of the list. So yeah, let us transfer over to the driving portion of this video. Now, of course, the snow won't help, but I've already kind of made up my mind about this thing. I'm just literally just going to fool around, as I already said what I wanted to say about the vehicle during the customization. So, not a fan of how it drives, but a huge fan of how it looks. The car needs a wing on it, and I would definitely recommend the first one that I owned of this one, the first model that I owned when the car came out, had off-road tires on it. Definitely helps for those races that you aren't so certain of the terrain that you're going to be on. And another thing I don't like about this vehicle is that Rockstar changed the sound. Now, Rockstar should have kept the original sound that the Comet SR and the original model Comet have. So it sounds more original with those two cars that I just mentioned, but this one sounds more of a Japanese car, which is not bad, but it just doesn't sound European, as Porsche is European, not Japanese. So I just kind of wish they kept that. And Rockstar should have just molded the Comet SR performance, or just change the skin of the Comet SR to this, that would be the ultimate Porsche. A good, decent performance, good interior, good exterior. It had all the boxes checked, they're ticked. So it is what it is, and it is a. If you guys didn't remember, this car is one of the tuners vehicles which have the lower raise capability. So just for you guys that like that lower look, it's still a Porsche or a PFISTER. You could put some wide wheels on this thing and it'll look pretty good lowered. So that's pretty much it. And interior is great. The interior model, the hood or the trunk is great. And you kind of have a rear trunk as well. Can't see the engine, just like the real life model. So Rockstar just went that in depth, but they just couldn't finish the job all the way with good performance. Kind of sad. I wish they, as I said, mirrored the Comet SR over this, or well, whatever way they should have did it. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.